Welcome back to our series continuing with teachers and events here at Bradley Central High School, especially talking about extracurricular activities. I'm your host, Gary Ownbey, here on the Bear Network, and I'm being joined today by a good friend, a longtime teacher, an award-winning teacher, Miss Lindsey Smith-Bell. And Lindsey, first off, congratulations on winning the Lily Frank Fitzgerald Teacher of the Year Award.
Thank you so much.
And what does that entail? What does that mean?
Well, it's an enormous honor. I think if anybody watches the clip on, excuse me, on Facebook of me, then it's fairly obvious that I'm completely overwhelmed and full of gratitude. I think if ever I could hear my father's voice in the back of my head,
I'd be proud of you.
He's been gone 10. No, he died in 2011. And so he's been gone 8-9 years now. And it was just, I mean, I could hear him in the back of my head. Way to go, kid. Way to go. So
he would certainly be proud of you there. Well, here at Bradley Central, obviously you're over the Fine Arts Center in the theater program here. What is your responsibilities here? Tell us what you teach.
Well, I teach Theater Arts 1, and I teach Theater Arts like performance. It's a performance class. And then in the spring, I teach an advanced level course.
How long have you been teaching that here?
12 years.
12 years.
12 years. And it seems like yesterday. Everybody who teaches will say the years go by so fast, but they really do.
They do.
Especially with summer, because you're not teaching year round, but it goes by so fast. I can still remember my first year. Kent was still coaching. Perk was playing ball. I think T.O. had just left. I can't believe I've been doing it this long, but you asked about my responsibilities. And so I think my responsibilities are to make the theater arts program as big, fast, strong, hard, good as possible. And also I am the sponsor of BC Nation, the best student section in the entire state.
I agree with you there. What got you inspired, or what led you to get into this type of teaching environment?
In this specific teaching environment or theater arts?
Theater arts. Have you always been?
Warnie Fennell.
I had her in
back
Latin.
in the day.
I had her for Latin.
Way back in the day. Way back
heart.
in the day. She, I was part of a program called the Program for the Academically Talented when I was at Arnold, and she was one of the guest teachers at Cleveland State when we got to go there. And she taught a drama class. It was a playwriting class, and I wrote my first play when I was, I want to say, 11, 12.
Oh, really?
And that was that.
Well, she's a good inspiration for a lot of folks there. I
Indeed.
remember her years and years ago. If I'm a student here and hey, I've got talent, I think I know how to act. How do I get involved in your program? Do you have to be a certain? Can freshmen be involved?
Absolutely.
From the get-go.
Absolutely, and especially where freshmen are concerned, I need freshmen to come and find me, seek me out, because, excuse me, because sophomores, juniors, seniors tend to know us and tend to already be involved in our programs. Freshmen don't know how to find us, so come to the Little Theater. We are right across from the cafeteria. Come and see us and say, hey, my name is Joe, and I am interested in being in a play, or backstage.
Okay.
Come and find
there's
us.
all kinds of things you can help with. And looking at your upcoming calendar, what do you have in the works for this fall and winter, spring?
Well, our first and most important thing is we have Annie coming up, and we open Annie on October 24th.
Okay.
We always run 2 weekends, and we run the 24th and 25th at 7 o'clock. We run the 26th and 27th, which is Saturday and Sunday, at 2 o'clock. And then somewhere in there, if you are a teacher at an elementary school or a middle school, give us a call, contact us, 476-0650. Give us a call and let me know if you want to bring your school to come see our school show. We traditionally do that on Halloween, and it's a nice, you always want something at school for Halloween. We're not going to have a show Halloween night, which would be a normal show night for us on a Thursday.
Okay.
We are going to pick back up on November 1st, which is Friday, and we'll do a 7 o'clock show then. And then on the following Saturday and Sunday, we'll have another matinee. Tickets are $8 for senior citizens and children under 12, and they are $12 general admission.
Okay, well, that's good. You've been doing this a long time, like you say, and I've seen some of your productions, and they're fantastic productions.
Thank you.
What gives you the most satisfaction when you look back and say, boy, we slammed it that time on the show. We did great. Or is it students going on and come back to you and say, hey, Miss Lindsey?
It's both.
Is it all of that?
But I'll tell you, there's one moment in every show. And if you've ever been in a show of mine, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, or to a show of mine. But, and Gwen Schroyer, our esteemed media arts teacher here, was there for the very first time this happened. But when we directed our very first musical here, West Side Story, at the end of it, we decided to bring all the kids forward to the front of the stage in one long line. And they sing a number from the song at that point. And every single time it happens, it gives me chills to no end. I think, oh, babies. And you can, you know, if you're standing on stage, you can look in the back of the audience. If you're in the audience, you can turn around. Please don't, because you'll miss the best part of the show. But you can see me back there weeping at every performance, because they are just so beautiful. And what's been amazing to watch is that at first they filled a portion of the front of the stage. And then they grew to another little portion. And then they grew to another portion. Wow. And now they have to squish all the way in, and we're starting to go down the steps to try and get every kid in. But I'm so proud at that moment when they are all up there, and then someone says, "We are Drama Central, we make dreams come true. Thank you for coming out." That is the best. That's just the best. There's nothing.
And that's the on-stage actors and the behind the scenes. That's everyone involved.
It's everybody.
With the production,
it's
right?
everybody. Yeah, the ones backstage peek out and wave. And
how many people are involved in typical production? I mean, it's got to be
55. We have an average of 55 kids.
Wow, I had no idea about that.
Yes, and I think we probably were scraping for kids that first West Side Story. I think we probably had maybe 25, 30, and we had sharks and jets, and we were supposed to have all kinds of people, but we had, you know, few sharks, few jets. So, but now I can't fit them all on stage.
Well, that's a a show of how respectful they are to want to be a part of that, and the word gets around. I mean, people around the community. I've seen your guys out here performing different places, but the choreography and the music. I know you and I've talked a lot through the years about the things you do, and you have a way of taking something, putting a lot of humor into some of the shows.
Oh, absolutely.
When it needs to be. Is that something it comes all from you, the choreography or the whatever's involved?
Well,
in
the choreography, we have amazing partnerships as well. We have incredible partnerships with a choreographer, or a dance studio, speak Lindsay, a dance studio in town called Onstage Dance and Music Company. Tria Montgomery is the director. She is a longtime friend of mine. We're both Cleveland graduates. Don't hurl things at us. But we absolutely bust our humps to get the best professional choreography up there that we can. And my music is directed by Jeremy Epperson, who has his own, Christian band. And so I'm dealing with true professionals. And, this year I've got, and Paul Schul, who designs my sets, is our cabinetry teacher. I came from the school of thought where you didn't do it all. You gathered the best team around you of people who were professionals in their field, and then you said, hey, you do what you do, and I'll do what I do. So
a smart, very smart way to do it.
But humor's our thing. We do, even if it's Romeo and Juliet or something that, you've got people laying dead all over the stage, even if it's something like that, we're still up there trying to laugh. And we always make everything ours.
And when you've got a lead role like a Romeo and Juliet, I want to be Romeo, you want to be Juliet. Do we audition for that?
Absolutely.
How do you figure that out?
Absolutely. And boy, is it ever a cutthroat process. You talk about drama. Especially with high schoolers, they don't want to give an inch.
Well, I can appreciate that. I wouldn't either if I were one of them. But
well, it's the same as going out for the quarterback of the football team. They don't just hand it to a Copeland when he walks on. You got to earn it.
So when you're performing, you're going to have Annie up the first one.
We are.
How long will it take you to prepare for that as far as
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
We rehearse 6 weeks.
6 weeks for 8 or 9 shows?
Around 9 shows.
Wow.
And we will rehearse. Now, I have them finally all in a class. So I have them 4th period. They start and they start at 2, and we will leave at 5. Now in the spring, we will rehearse all after school. We'll rehearse from 4 to 7, and then we go 8, 9 o'clock at night if we're not ready that last week.
Wow. And if someone out there who sees this video would like to contribute to the cause to help
Please
you out,
do.
how would they go about it?
We are starving artists. Please help us.
Contact you
Call
here at the school, right?
476-0650 and they will get you in touch with me, or lbell@bradleyschools.org. Please give us money. We will use it. I will feed children with it. I will clothe them on stage. You know, the arts never get a whole lot of money, but boy, we make every ounce that we do stretch. Oh, and I have to tell you about our tradition. Our Christmas show, we do it every year, is the best Christmas pageant ever. This year, it's always the 12th, 13th, 14th, whatever Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that is, and I'm so sorry I don't have the exact dates, but that is $8 across the board. We have Santa Claus come. We have all the characters are out in, all the actors as their characters are out in the lobby of the Fine Arts Center. There's hot cocoa and cookies, and the show lasts an hour, and every Christmas carol you could ever possibly want to hear.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, let me ask you this. You know, have a great audio video department up here. As Mr. Stroy has that. I understand they record your shows.
They do.
And they can watch the playback later on if they need to.
Yes,
well.
but that's deeply on the down low because you're not supposed to record live theater. So what we do is we use it for educational purposes.
There you go.
And we have them in the in our theater so we can go back and watch the shows and make notes.
Any way to do it, and do it legally there.
Exactly.
Well, Lindsey, any final thoughts before we wrap things up here today?
Just thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming.
I could not be any more blessed to be a part of Bradley Central. I have nothing but support here from every administrator that I've ever worked under.
Right.
And, you know, the Lily Frank Fitzgerald Award should be a team award. It was not mine alone. It was the product of a lot of people behind me.
There's a lot of support for the people who wanted you to win that award, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Very well earned on that, I think.
And God bless and go Bears.
God bless and go Bears. We're going to wrap it up for now here on the BCHS.TV. Been talking with Lindsey Smith-Bell, the director of the theatrical department here, I guess we'd say.
Yes, and we call it Drama Central.
Drama Central.
All one
You
word.
can follow her on Twitter, El Director. So.
El Director. It's at BCHS Drama Queen.
Yep. And you can watch this again on BCH.TV. It'll be on the BCHS Bear Network on Facebook and on YouTube as well. For the rest of the school and for Lindsey, this is Gary Ownbey saying so long till next time. God bless and go Bears.
Indeed.